Hello everyone, today in this video we'll fight against the atmospheric world around us, and today we will discuss about the problem that very often is neglected in many analyses and many people don't think about it, even the ones who should, because they work in social science or they study history. What I mean? I mean the influence of big cities, I mean living in big cities, for human mentality, psychology, and way of thinking. Actually, way of not thinking, I would say. Because looking at the elections in all of the big cities, especially recently New York, which was not surprise to me, especially that, as I'm mentioning, in Democratic Party we have more and more polarization between radical left commies and other Democratic Party politicians who actually now do not recognize their leadership because young leftist commie wolves like Ocasio-Cortez and Mandani and others are really taking over and introducing Marxist orders into the party. Which, as I said, it's really good for conservatives because many democratic voters will not be willing to support these radicals whose ideas represent the views of about 20-30% of the Democratic Party electorate. But this 20-30% of this the most radical left electorate are located in the larger cities like New York. These are educatees, I would say. So it means these are people with educations like sociology, human relations, and other crap like this, or equality and other stuff, all of this wokeness. And they think that they are educated, they think that they are the elite of the society, but they cannot afford normal flat. Their job is actually useless, and companies now slowly firing them because even Bill Gates recently said that climate crap he was promoting, climate threat, is no longer the threat because he earned as much as he could, and he realized that now tides are turning into other directions. So it's better to invest in AI, for instance, and technology. That's it. But these people got, in quotation, educated, so they became educated in these all topics, and they think that they are elites, but they cannot afford normal living. So, of course, as I said, intellectual many times in my previous videos, intellectuals themselves, they do not support leftists and communists because they would like to support poor people. No, they despise poor people. They don't respect them at all. But leftists, intellectuals, they hate people who are resourceful, and people who are rich, who can make their own money. That's why they support left to give them something and to allow them parasitic living for the money of someone else. This is how it goes. And big cities tend to accumulate a lot of such people. That is why when we see the election results for the majority of big cities in the West, but also in other places where we have the elections outside the West, we see that these people are getting disconnected. Why is it the case? The case is simple. These people are simply not having any contact with the nature. They are not having any contact with normal world. They think that everything is given to them because everything like food and other things they need comes from somewhere, but they don't think where from, and they don't think how it's done. They do not experience, that's why they do not respect real work, because their work was only doing useless stuff and spreading propaganda, doing some, in quotation, educational courses for others, or just snitching for others who didn't behave according to the wokeness rules. So these people do not know and do not respect genuine work, so they think that everything can be given and distributed. Because what's the left? The left is nothing more than a system of legalized theft, legalized crime, which is theft, and this is nothing else. That is why big cities are the reservoirs for the lefts, especially radical lefts. How it will end, we will see quickly, because already Mr. Mandani, my major elect, already asked his people to collect money for his ideas, because he has not so much money to make it happen, even one of his stupid unrealistic electoral promises. So that is why big cities, for these reasons, are the home of human stupidity. And it's not good to live there with these people who are simply dumb. All the best, have a nice day, bye.